Gonna record, gonna go live. Hello, everybody. And again, this isn't working. Oh my goodness. Hang on, my friends. My stinking Instagram. There we go. There we go. Now we are live across all the things, Anyways, how are you today? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So today I want to talk about creating a routine that works for you. And so why do I need a routine? Routines can be really boring. So you might be the kind of person who's like, I can't do the same thing every day. And or you might be the same person not the same person, but you might be somebody who is really thrives off routine, whereas you don't have to think about what you're doing from moment to moment because it's just there, right? And so the reasons why I am a big believer in routines is for that very reason, is because when you create a routine, it's like creating a schedule. And so maybe it sounds better for you to call it a schedule instead of a routine. I don't know. And whatever term works for you, the philosophy and the ideas behind it is that you don't have to think about what you're going to do, when you're going to do it. You just do it, right? So this could be and so what that means is that when you're taking up space in your mind, wondering, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're infringing on your productivity, right? Not only are you wasting time thinking about what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, but then it's just sucking the brain drain out of you, right? That brain drain is a real thing. Decision-making fatigue, real with everybody, not just if you're in business, but if you're a mom, if you are in business, if you're a mom working a full-time job, decision fatigue is real, right? Where you're constantly making decisions and it gets exhausting, right? It gets so exhausting when you're always having to make decisions. It's some days, even when I'm making usually breakfast, I'm pretty good because I have a fairly good routine with my breakfast, hence why my eggs are sitting here right now. But let's say for dinner, when you're thinking what am I going to make for dinner? What am I going to make for dinner? It's exhausting. And so then I'm just screw it. I'm not making dinner. We're ordering pizza. Right? So same thing if in your business and in your life, when you feel like you're making decisions, it just energetically takes energy, right? And it makes you tired, and then you feel scattered, and some people will just shut down. So a lot of people I talk to, when they're overwhelmed, will just shut down. And so the idea of creating a routine and a schedule is so that you don't shut down, you don't burn out, but it actually creates more space where you can be more creative, you can think, right? And so I want to teach you today a little bit how to create a schedule that works for you. And so that is the important thing, is finding a schedule that works for you, finding a routine that works for you. And because my routine may not work for you, but it's a starting point to help you find what works for you, if that makes any sense. And so in my bio, I do have a link to a free calendar. And in that calendar is how I spread out my week. And so let me just share that with you. Let me tell you what that is. And so what I do, I have it taped on my desk, right in front of me is my routine. So starting at 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. I'm just looking at my actual schedule here. And I have mine broken down into 1 hour chunks, knowing full well that it doesn't maybe take that task that I have to do may not take me an hour. And so then I can scroll. I can scroll Instagram, I can scroll Facebook, I can do whatever the heck I want, because what I needed to accomplish in that time period, I got done. So this helps you be more focused, more intentional, and being more productive. And so that's why I love routines. You don't have to think, and you can strategically plan all the things that you need to do to get them done. And so I like to work in chunks of time or blocks of time. And so what that means is that, like, instead of going from one task to another task, and I've tried this before where like I used to work in half-hour blocks because like my mind goes really fast and then I would need to take a break. And so like the Pomodoro effect, which is like setting your timer for 20 to 25 minutes and then setting a 5-minute timer for a break. Like I love that concept. And so I still work with that concept, except I still continue to do the same activity. And so, like, for example, I'll work like half an hour, 25 minutes on, let's say, writing posts for social media. And then I will take a break, right? Go grab a coffee, go grab a water, maybe do some squats, maybe do some stretches on my stairs, just to like move the body around. And then in moving, it helps the creative juices come alive. It helps those creative juices come alive. And so that's why it's also important to move in that little break. And so, and then but I used to then in that first 25 minutes, then switch to a different activity. But then I was feeling really mentally exhausted. And I was like, I feel really scattered. I'm not liking this, you know? And so what I started to do was bunch my times, still working 20 to 25 minutes in a block. But that day is basically focused on the same thing. And so, for example, so Mondays are my content creation days. So I kind of have themes for the week. And themes are a good routine so that your brain knows what's going to happen on that day and you can plan for it, right? And it's that safe place. You don't have to be wondering, what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? Or I got this big long list of things to do today. Like, how am I going to get it all done? No, Mondays are certain days, Tuesdays are certain days. So Mondays I have as my content creation days, and I still work in 20, 25-minute blocks, but the whole day is focused around being creative, creating content, creating posts, creating graphics, and scheduling out those posts for the week. And so that's kind of what I do on Monday. I don't do any client calls. I don't do any sales calls. It's focused on the back end side of things, the admin part of my 3-hour workday, and focusing on the admin part. And that works for me. So I still take a break every 25 minutes, right? But I'm not changing. I'm not putting on a different hat. So as business owners, like especially women in business, like we tend to wear lots of different hats, right? And so that is also energetically draining. And so when you can wear the same hat all day, it saves that energy and it helps you to focus and be more intentional about what you're doing. Okay. So then Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are my client days. So that's where I have it in my calendar where clients can book their sessions with me. And Wednesdays I use for sales. And so if I don't have any sales call, then I do strategic actions to lead to those sales calls, right? And Fridays I kind of have like as flex Fridays. So I'll do like any sales calls or any client calls that need to be done, or I'll like finish any like posts or something that need to be done. And like financial Fridays, that's where I'll tend to focus more on my bookkeeping. And so having that kind of structure and that routine throughout the week has really been helpful to keep my mind calm and focused. So when your mind is calm and focused, you can do a lot more things, honestly, like honestly. So multitasking doesn't work. We keep trying, right? We keep trying to make it work. But what it does is that it just leaves your brain all over the place. And so because you can't focus on more than one thing at one time. And so, so I like to encourage people to focus to be more intentional, because then it like squishes the amount of time that you need to do things in to a shorter period. So you can accomplish more things in a shorter amount of time, right? And doing that 25-minute Pomodoro effect helps you like stay fresh, right? And it's like, oh, I got to set up my computer for 8 hours. No. What happens then? You get tired, you get like brain drain, you like, yeah, you lose your soul. And so I challenge you this week, and all that you need to do to set your timer for 25 minutes and to work in chunks of time. So I teach a 3-hour workday where you spend 1 hour a day doing your marketing. And so that's your social media, that's connecting with people, that is engaging with people, like that is your marketing time. Not creating the content, but actually doing it. And so to really get results, you need to be consistent in all your work. And so in your day, in your week, plan out where you consistently market and reach out and build relationships with people. Okay, block off an hour a day of marketing. Okay, then like that's a no-brainer. I do it from 8 to 9 a.m. when I'm having my coffee, and that's where I do my outreach, where I gain my followers and do a lot of engagement. I break my engagement up over a couple times of the day as well, and do it when I'm kind of like doing something else, and like cooking dinner, because then I always burn my dinner, right? So I like to think it works, but it doesn't. I always burn my dinner. And so again, multitasking just doesn't work. And so I've learned to set the timer on my oven so that I can. Anyways, so second hour is doing that admin stuff. So creating the posts, doing the bookkeeping, right? Like scheduling appointments. What else would be in the admin part? But a lot of the creating stuff, creating your course, right? Creating your program. Set aside an hour a day to create your program. And then thirdly, set an hour a day or at least 5 hours a week that you're available for sales calls. And so, like I said, if you can't do it all in one day because it really makes you feel scattered, then schedule specific days. So that's where I have like 3 hours on Wednesdays dedicated to sales calls, and then like 1 hour on Fridays dedicated to sales. No, 2 hours on Fridays. And so that's where I have, so it averages about an hour a day, right? Available for sales calls and doing specific sales outreach. And yeah, same with your admin. Like if it doesn't work for you to like focus for an hour and you need more time, schedule that in your week. Schedule 3-hour chunks where you're going to be doing your admin stuff, and that's what you do that day. However, the only thing that I do say to do consistently every day is your marketing. Like 100%. Post, like, comment on other people's posts, engage with other people's posts, build your following, because that's really where you're going to see the most results in your business. And so showing up and doing that only once a week, you're not going to grow your audience, and you're not going to like get the clients that you want, because you have to put in the work consistently. Creating your course you can do on specific days. All right. Any questions so far? Well, not so far. I'm going to make this short today. Anyways, so I would like to invite you to my next class. It's going to be over 3 days, and it's March 8th, 9th, and 10th. And what we're going to do is like, I'm calling it the seeds to your success, planting the seeds to your success. And it's helping, I'm going to help you help more people so you can make more money. Okay. I love to work with people who want to help more people, and almost everybody that I do work with, their deep down burning desire is not to follow money, but to help more people. So I'm going to teach you how you can help more people and then make more money doing it, all without burning out. So if you'd like to join that workshop, the link is in my bio for that. And I will see you then. Any questions, feel free to DM me, PM me, send me an email, whatever. I am at Coach Chas Young, obviously on Instagram, or my email is info@chasyoung.com. And we shall see you at the next training in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right? Okay. Bye-bye.